I was a copy taker. Got paid £2.50 an hour, which is a cracking wage for a 14-year-old kid.
So what did that involve then?
So got in with Dad about half past 10 in the morning, and we just sat down on the chairs. There was usually the features guys, obviously they didn't do Saturdays, so we just kind of sat in the chairs and we just waited for the word, just shouting from the journalists, and they'd just shout copy, and one of us would get up and have a wander over, and it's usually a round of drinks, you know, we need coffees and stuff bringing to them. And it was like that until around about 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I then took my place at between the copy takers at the other end of the building. And I just sat there, and the girls would then start getting the phone calls in from the journalists and running through the teams with them and things like that. And then I'd run the teams down to the journalists down the bottom of the office, so they knew who was playing, and then they'd send me with information back that they wanted to feed back to the journalists at the grounds. When the games kicked off, I just sat quiet. You could not make a sound, because if you disturbed the copy taker and she was in the middle of something, there was hell to pay. The girls were never happy with us. But yeah, we just sat there really quiet. And when there was a goal, they'd write it down, who was the scorer, and you run it down to the journalist, and they'd announce who it was. And the journalist who was looking after that game would then maybe send us back with some information, or say, get me a picture of so-and-so. So if Dad used to say, get me a picture of the player who's just scored a goal, I'd have to run then to the library, which was just behind, into the library, and go and get all the archive photos of this player, and then bring it back to Dad, and then go back to my spot. And it was like that for, throughout the game. And you used to dread 4:30, because you could feel the tension really start to ramp up in the air. You know, the Dad and the rest of the journalists were under so much pressure already, starting to get the paper out and cutting things and rewriting things that had come through from the copy takers. And 4:30, if ever a goal went in, you just dreaded taking it down, because the air was blue. Because it just ruined everything.